Hi, my friend. I'm Wendy, and welcome back to the Heal and Grow podcast. I want to start with a simple question. If one day your job was gone, who would you be? Not the title on your business card, not your role in a project, just you. And if your answer becomes a heavy silence, maybe something important has been forgotten. I remember one Sunday my schedule was completely empty. No deadlines, no plans, nothing I had to do. It should have felt peaceful, right? But instead I felt uneasy. I kept picking up my phone, putting it down, then picking it up again. And deep inside there was a quiet feeling. Guilt. Just because I was doing nothing. And in that moment, a question came to me. When did I forget how to be alone with myself? Why does an empty day feel so uncomfortable? And slowly I began to understand something. Somewhere along the way, we learn to let our work define us. We say things like, I am a manager. I am a business owner. I am his girlfriend. I am a mother. And slowly, these roles start to feel like who we are. But behind those roles, who are we when everything is quiet? And this does not only happen at work. The same thing happens after a breakup. When a relationship ends, we don't just lose a person. We lose habits, shared routines, and sometimes we lose the way we see ourselves. We suddenly becomes me. And that space can feel very empty and very unfamiliar. So if you are feeling this way, please know you are not alone. In this episode, I don't just want to share an idea with you. This is also something I am reminding myself, a gentle reminder that we are not here only to be productive, but to feel, to rest, and to be fully alive. And from here, let's slowly explore together why we feel this way and how we can come back to ourselves. We are often taught to improve ourselves like machines. Be faster, be more productive, be more efficient. And slowly, without noticing, we begin to measure our value by what we produce. So when we miss a deadline, we do not just feel tired, we feel like we are less than. And if you have ever felt this, you are not alone. Many people quietly feel this way. But life is not a factory, and you are not a machine. Your value is not equal to your output. The deeper problem is this. Many of us build our identity on things outside of us. A job, a title, a relationship. These things are not wrong. They are important parts of life. But when we place our whole identity there, things can become fragile. It is like building a house on land that is not fully yours to control. You can take care of it, you can invest in it, but you cannot fully decide what will happen to that land. When you say, I am a top employee, your sense of value may depend on a manager, on numbers, on results that can change. When you say, I am someone's partner, your sense of self may depend on another person's feelings, which you cannot fully control. This does not mean you did something wrong. It simply means you were trying to build your life in the best way you knew at that time. But when something changes, when the company no longer needs you, or when a relationship ends, it can feel like more than a loss. It can feel like a part of you is missing, and that feeling can be very confusing. There is also another quiet belief many of us carry. We start to see ourselves like objects. A pen is useful if it can write. A car is valuable if it can run. And slowly, we ask ourselves the same question. What did I do today? Instead of how do I feel today? So when we rest, we may feel guilty. Have you ever tried to sit still, but your mind keeps telling you there is something you should be doing? If this happens to you, please know this is very common. Many people have learned this pattern without realizing it, so we keep ourselves busy. Not always because we need to, but because being busy makes us feel safe. And this is why, When we lose a job or a relationship, the fear is not only about money or loneliness. The deeper fear is this: if there is no role to play, no one to please, no goal to chase, then who am I? And what do I do with myself? If this question feels uncomfortable, that makes sense. Anyone in this situation would feel the same. But maybe this empty space is not here to hurt you. Maybe it is here to give you something back. A space where you do not have to perform all the time. A space where you can slowly learn to exist, not only as someone who does things, but as someone who simply is. And that is where a new connection with yourself can begin. These ideas about identity and self-worth may sound a bit far away, right? So let's look at something much simpler: your daily life. Because this problem does not only exist in big decisions, it shows up in small moments, in your habits, and things you do every day without noticing. Maybe this is how it shows up for you. You wake up, and the first thing you do is check your phone before you even take one slow breath. It feels like your mind is already running before your day even begins. You try to sit still for a few minutes, but something feels uncomfortable, like you are wasting time. So you quickly find something to do just to feel okay again. Even before work starts, you open your laptop, not because you need to, but because you don't want to feel lazy. And at the end of the day, when your body is already tired, you still push yourself to do one more thing, just to feel like the day was enough. And even when you stop, your mind does not stop. You are eating, but still thinking about work. You are watching something, but not really watching. Before you sleep, your mind brings back unfinished tasks, and you feel that quiet pressure again. Even on your day off, there is a voice inside that says, you should be doing something useful. After a while, you start to measure yourself in a very quiet way. When you do a lot, you feel like you matter. When you do less, you feel like something is wrong with you. When there is no plan, no to-do list, the day feels empty, like you don't know what to do with yourself anymore. And in relationships, it becomes even quieter. You slowly stop doing things you once enjoyed. When you make a choice, you think about what the other person would like. You adjust, not in one big moment, but in many small ones. So when the relationship ends, it is not only about losing someone. It is about waking up one day and not knowing what to do with your own time, not knowing what you enjoy, not knowing who you are without that we. And the strangest part is this: you are not deeply sad, but you are not really happy either. Everything looks fine from the outside. You can smile, you can talk, you can do your work. But inside, something feels a little empty, a little distant. And when someone asks, "What do you like these days?" you pause. Not because you don't want to answer, but because you truly don't know. If this feels familiar, it does not mean you are broken. It simply means that somewhere along the way, you slowly moved away from yourself. Not all at once, but in many small, quiet moments that no one noticed, even you. So if you feel like you have lost yourself, coming back may be simpler than you think. It does not start with a big decision. It starts with a small shift, living a little closer to your own heart. For a long time, you may have learned to measure your life by results, by promotions, by money, by how much you achieve. But that is only one part of life. A full life is not only about moving forward, it is also about feeling alive while you are living it. So instead of trying to fix everything, you can begin in a very simple way. Spend time with yourself again. You can think of it like this. Start dating yourself. Not in a complicated way, just in small, honest moments. You take yourself out for a coffee. You walk while listening to a song you truly enjoy. You try again something you once loved, but slowly stopped doing. Maybe because someone else did not like it. And here is something important. Each of us has a creative soul that needs to be cared for. When you spend time alone doing something you truly enjoy, you are not wasting time. You are recharging that part of you. You are investing in your original self. Because in the end, the longest and most important relationship you will ever have in your life is the one with the person who is listening to these words right now. That is you. And here is something interesting. Many of us are used to doing things only to get a result. But when you are with yourself, try doing something with no purpose at all. Draw something, even if it looks bad. Dance, even if no one is watching. As Naval Ravikant once shared, when you stop doing things only to achieve something, you stop being just a worker. And you become an artist of your own life. And maybe you wonder, why is something as simple as having coffee alone important? Because in that moment, you don't have to ask, do they like this place? Or am I doing the right thing? For once, you just listen to yourself. That quiet space is important because silence is where your inner voice becomes clear again. So these small moments are not useless. They are signals. Signals that tell your mind, this is me, this is what I like, this is what feels right. So don't treat these moments like tasks on a to-do list. Don't rush them. You can see them as a small ritual of coming back. When you drink your coffee, just drink your coffee. When you walk, just walk. No phone, no pressure, just you and this moment. And when you allow yourself to live like this again, something inside you slowly begins to wake up. Not all at once, but enough for you to feel a little more alive and a little more like yourself again. Before you move forward, there is one gentle step you need to take. Forgive your past self. Many of us are very hard on ourselves. When things end badly, like a breakup or burnout, we look back and say, why did I do that? Why was I so weak? But we often forget something important. At that time, your intention was good. You were not trying to hurt yourself. You were trying to love, to hold on, to build something meaningful. Maybe you blame yourself for loving too much. But look again. You were just trying to care deeply. Maybe you blame yourself for working until you were exhausted. But you were trying to build a better future. That was not weakness. That was responsibility. That was hope. The problem is, we often become the strictest judge of our own life. If a friend made the same mistake, you would understand them. You would be kind. But when it is you give no space for error, no space to be human. But being human means you are allowed not to know everything. You are allowed to try and fail. You are allowed to learn slowly. You do not need to be perfect to deserve your own love. So maybe, right now, you can pause for a moment. Close your eyes if you feel safe. Think about the version of you from 1 year ago. Or 3 years ago. The one who cried quietly in the bathroom. The one who stayed up late, waiting for a message that never came. Instead of saying, why was I like that? Try saying this instead. Thank you for trying to protect me in the best way you knew at that time. You did your best. Now you can rest. I will take it from here. Do not use today's result to judge yesterday's effort. You did not know what you know now, and that is okay. And from this place of kindness, you can begin again. You do not need to fix your whole life today. Just start small. After work, give yourself 5 minutes. No phone, no pressure, just you and your breath. Let your mind slowly move from work mode back to me mode. Because you were not born just to work. You are here to feel, to rest, and to live. So tonight, be a little softer with yourself. You are not lost. You are simply on your way back home. And before you sleep, can you ask yourself one simple question? What is one small thing that feels like me? And maybe just start there. And wherever you are right now, I hope you give yourself a little kindness tonight. I hope you rest a little deeper and breathe a little softer. And I hope slowly you begin to feel like yourself again.